On November the 9th, the Ukrainian armed forces destroyed the newest Russian S-300 air defense missile system in the Tavria direction. The commander of the Tavria Operational Strategic Group, General Alexander Tarnavsky, spoke about the good catch in his Telegram channel. According to various estimates, the Russian side loses up to 150 units of military equipment every month. Since the beginning of the full-scale war, Ukrainian defense forces have destroyed more than 13,000 units of Russian equipment.
Бронемашины, артиллерийские системы.
Armored vehicles, artillery systems, tanks, multiple launch rocket systems. Well, at least the level of stuffing of units and formations that they had at the time of their large-scale invasion is no longer there. And objectively, this affects the level of combat effectiveness of the main formations of the armed forces of the Russian Federation.
Despite all the Kremlin's attempts to intensify the production of military equipment, the Russian military-industrial complex clearly does not have time to make up for losses. Therefore, the authorities reactivated old Soviet models, for example, the T-54 tank, curtailed the supply of weapons to other countries under already concluded contracts, and now they're even asking for the return of previously sold military equipment.
Russia has sought to retrieve parts from defense systems it had exported to countries such as Pakistan, Egypt, Belarus and Brazil. Last April, a delegation of Russian officials visiting Cairo asked Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to give back more than 100 engines from Russian helicopters that Moscow needed for Ukraine. 3 people with knowledge of the incident said. From the publication by Wall Street Journal.
The Egyptian president reportedly approved Putin's request during the Russia-Africa summit in St. Petersburg in July. Shipping of approximately 150 engines is expected to begin in December, and Belarus has already resold back 6 engines for heavy transport helicopters Mi-26. Whether other countries will make concessions to the Kremlin depends on the political situation.
It all depends on the goodwill of these countries' leadership to which Russia supplied weapons and on the degree of their dependence on the Russian Federation in many matters, starting with politics and ending with the economy. It is quite possible that through some negotiations, conducting deals, contracts, they will be able to return something.
At the same time, for some reason, Russia is in no hurry to use samples of new equipment and weapons in the war against Ukraine, cartoons about which Putin personally showed. For more than a year and a half of the Russian full-scale war, neither the Armata tank, nor the Kurganets 25 armored combat vehicles, nor the Koalitsia SV self-propelled gun, nor the Su-57 fighter have not been noticed on the battlefield yet. Experts explain this equipment was not put into mass production, despite statements to the contrary. So Russia is saving its single samples. Reported by Dana Kolesnik, Vasil Panasiuk, UATV News.